Thank you so much. As Mary said, I am Judith Haddon. You can call me Judy. Everybody does. I am the head of the voice department at the Chicago College of Performing Arts at Roosevelt University. Long title. Mark is my colleague. I happen to be a soprano. Mark is a countertenor, just so you know, in case you have specific questions. We would like to know, first of all, obviously, we want to know what you're singing, but we also want to know what age level you're at and what you're looking for in terms of university or, either graduate school, undergraduate, and so forth. If you're in high school and whatever. So we are here to help you and give you our advice. Mark, would you like to add to that?
Sure. I'm Mark Crayton. I'm a countertenor. I am a teaching professor at Roosevelt University. I also conduct, well, right now it's two of the choirs. It soon could be three. And I stage direct the junior senior opera, and I stage and music direct the freshman sophomore showcase. Is that all I do, Judy?
Not really, but you know what?
I don't know what else I do.
If you keep
Yeah,
listing
I
all the
just
stuff you do.
I
So,
just do it. But anyway, and I'm here as Judy is to help you get ready. That's why we titled this "Are You Ready?" We want you to be ready and to have an incredible experience, no matter where you audition.
right.
Okay, so that you feel comfortable and that you feel good about what you're presenting.
And so, right, you can tell us what you're singing and we'll go from there. And Mark, I think you're first.
Hello, my name is Mark Quayle. I'm a tenor. I'll be singing Una Furtiva Lagrima by Donizetti. Um, I'm a high school junior, and I'm going to be applying to colleges next year.
Okie dokie. Go for it.
I apologize. I started way too far in the accompaniment track.
You're fine. Just run it back.
Lovely. Wonderful. Okay, Mark, would you like to begin or would you like me to begin?
Uh,
Mark, hey Mark, hey, do you have your original sound on?
uh, yes, no, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah,
so. Go
I
ahead,
didn't think so. Go ahead.
turn it on. It makes a difference in your sound quality. But Judy, go ahead and I'll jump in.
All right. So, Mark, you have a very impressive voice for a very young man. And that you can unmute yourself because we're going to talk, okay? And that is an impressive aria. This is my thought about that for you preparing yourself to audition for university. I think that you are listening to your sound when you're singing. Is that a possibility?
Yes.
Okay, you would be among 80 gazillion singers who do the same thing. And here's the we all did it and we all do it, but here's the problem. You cannot hear yourself. So when you listen to yourself while you're singing, the audience is getting only a part of your voice as opposed to the beautiful whole voice. Do you know the word squillo?
Yeah, it's the ring in your voice.
It's right here, right? You're not using your squillo. You're using a darker sound, almost baritonal. Did you start out as a baritone?
My first teacher thought I was a baritone, but I have low notes.
Well, I think you're really a tenor.
Yeah.
But as a young tenor, as a young singer, wherever you go, you want to not darken your sound. It comes with age. So I would work on the squillo part. In fact, Mark, go ahead, jump in, but I would love for you to listen. Do you know who the tenor Fritz Wunderlich is?
Yes.
Yeah, I was married to a tenor. I bet you listen to tenors 24/7, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But that is a beautiful sound that you should work on getting into the squealo and not try and make your sound bigger than it is because you have a beautiful voice. Absolutely beautiful sound. Mark, go, you jump in now.
Yes. Okay. So let's try something building on that. Okay. So we're going to take our tongue and we're going to put it right at the back of our bottom teeth. Okay. And then you're going to make an NG sound. All right. And sing. What key is this thing in? Was that it? So
Yeah.
go for me. Sing for me. And don't listen to anything because it's going to sound incredibly awful. Okay? And just feel where you feel it in your face. Try the first phrase on NG. Beautiful. What's that feel like?
I feel it like right here.
Good. That's wonderful. Now we're going to go a little bit slower in the passage, in the actual singing of it, and we're going to go. So you can feel where this is for every single vowel combination. Try it. What
That
did you? That is
sounds
gorgeous.
like a tenor, my friend.
That is gorgeous.
But my question then, when Mark gets you to sing that beautifully, can you really hear it as well? Not
Uh,
so much.
Not as much.
Do you get what we lovingly call that cat hiss, which is the air going by your ear? It sounds like.
I hear the echo. I don't hear air.
Okay,
Well,
so
you
let's.
feel it. You feel air. You don't necessarily hear it. But really, Mark, that is a beautiful position. I perhaps would recommend that you work on some Schubert or something till you get that squillo or bel canto songs from the bel canto period because that's what una furtiva is. It's a bel canto aria.
And
And
those Bellini songs, there are six of them in a row, were specifically written for tenor. I believe they're the last six songs in the Bellini book. Those I recommend you all six of them. Every single one of them would be perfect for you.
Last six songs
Yeah,
of
they
the.
start. It starts with Malinconia, ninfa gentile, per pietà, da di da di da. There's six of them. I can't remember what they are right now. But if you email me, mcrayton@roosevelt.edu, I will send you where you can find them.
Okay, thank you.
but Mark, keep up what you're doing because you're very talented. But if you listen and you make your voice darker now, you're going to end up having to push.
Hmm.
And you don't want to do that because you have a lot of strength. I think you're going to have
Yes.
quite a big voice as you get older, but you need to keep it in the squealo safe place.
Okay.
Okay? Which also means to keep narrowing your vowels. They're a little wide. Do you speak Italian?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, just don't make them so wide so they fill the back of your head, okay? It'll make this whole and another easy thing for the beginning of the aria is to start with an aspiration. Ooh, na, as opposed to ooh, na, ooh, na. Otherwise, that first note is brutal, very hard.
Mm. It's right at your passaggio, and I mean that's just evil. Bellini should rot in you know where for that. But
It's
or, I mean
Donizetti,
Donizetti. Sorry,
but that's
Donizetti.
okay. I'm afraid we only have an hour for everybody, but that was really beautiful. So if you have any questions, stick around and we'll answer some after. Okay?
And
Thank
I
you.
really advocate using that NG because it really worked for you. Okay,
Indeed.
Okay.
so
Thank
you
you.
use it for everything.
All right.
Great.
And Bellini.
Yeah. Okay,
Great.
who's next?
Thank you, Mark. That was beautiful. Yes, Mina, will you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please?
Hi. Hi, I'm Mina. I'm a soprano. You can tell it's Alaska because it's still bright outside. And and I will be singing Amarili by Giulio Caccini. Yeah.
beautiful.
Nice. Mark, would you like to begin?
Yes, wonderful, Mina. That was really gorgeous. Um, do you enjoy early music?
I like everything.
Okay, good. So I really found this absolutely beautiful. There was a tiny thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is not something that is a temporary study. So this is not something that we're going to fix in this master class, but I want you to think about it over time because you're young enough that you can fix it now.
Right?
I find that your breath is a little over pressurized, which makes your vibrato fast. Okay, and so then how do you fix that? Well, then you've got to identify where you're really working stuff. Okay, I find when I'm singing my best and everything is coordinated, I don't know that I have worked so hard until I'm finished and I feel like I could eat a steak, a potato, and several salads and then dessert. Okay, because I'm so hungry. So if you find yourself, literally, I would say maybe your abdominal muscles are really working hard, or your lower abdominal muscles are really working hard, or maybe your rib cage is determined to stay out no matter what you would do, or your lower back is like, oh my God, I can't let go. I would encourage you to let go, all right? And that then your body will coordinate. So can you tell me, as you're singing, what are you concentrating on? Let's find where the tension is.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that something that's sometimes a reoccurring problem for me is like jaw tension, trying to sort of
Ah,
control
that could be
things
that.
with, yeah,
That
little
can be
face
that
things.
as well. So
Yeah.
put your hands right here. This is called the masseter, or they're both sides, right? Now, close your lips and chew gently for me. Chew up and down, not sideways. Sorry, I should have made that more clear. What do you feel? Is that tight?
Those muscles are like, yeah.
Are they like rock hard?
Yeah.
Okay, girl, there we have it. All right, so let's we're okay. That's your beginning note. Ah. So let's massage these gently, firmly, but don't make them swell. Okay, so don't beat them to death. And sing this and go Ah Marie, and tell me what you feel.
No, Mark, you don't mind if I jump in now?
Jump right on in.
Yeah, so hang on
Sorry, one second. Phone.
Phone just rang.
It's okay. We are going to have bells ringing here too. We can't do anything about it. Okay. So, Mina, so Mark was talking about tension, and I noticed the jaw tension right away. Now, you can't just be loose because nobody can talk like blah, blah, blah. But one of the things is, I don't believe you are breathing deeply enough and then releasing. I think someone wants to tell you you're wonderful.
I think it's my grandma. She's we're taking care of her dog tomorrow.
Okay, so tell her hi from us. Okay, so well, first of all, I just love your smile. Unfortunately,
do
you're
too.
not singing a happy song. So I want you to, when you breathe, I'd like you. I think you're breathing choral breath. Do you do a lot of choral music? Not
I
really.
have, but not so much.
Okay,
No.
because usually choral is an upbeat breath and then sing. A diva breath is a little longer before you begin, okay? So if you take that in and then sigh your first line out, just Amarili mia bella, really sigh. Can we try that? And
Yeah.
just, but yeah, wait, first let your air out, Mina, because otherwise you're gonna pass out, okay? All right. No. So it's Italian. So there's no glottal in that. It's Hamarili. Use an H for now, okay?
Okay.
You don't really want to do that in for real, but Hamarili, okay? Ha, really
Oh,
sigh.
Marie.
Yeah, take it easy. Slow down.
Okay.
That was so much better. So you're doing what
Good.
Mark was suggesting, not holding your air. How did that feel?
That felt better. Yeah. Yeah.
There's
The
There's
flutter,
another. Go ahead, hon. The flutter
the
G.
flutter or the fast vibrato goes when you use that speed of air. Okay, what were you
Right.
going to say, Mark?
I would say also just to make sure that your jaw is behaving and is it's not invited to the party, to try to sing that phrase again, but put your finger right here on your upper teeth. Try it.
But stop. That's a
With a
sing. It's
sigh.
not a
With a
sigh.
sigh.
Yeah.
You got to sigh.
Okay. And that
Yes.
is perfect. How do you feel? Does that are you getting dizzy from all the air?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. It does feel really relaxed, so it feels natural.
Yes.
So yeah, there's nothing really relaxed about great singing. I mean, we're not going to sleep when we're doing it, but what we do is we sing on the column of air. And so what a lot of us want to do is make the sound. And that's where the tension that Mark was talking about comes in. And I have a feeling you move at the speed of light, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Which is
That makes sense.
great. But, where in Alaska do you live?
I live in Southeast Alaska. I live in Sitka.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
near like Ketchikan and Juneau. I don't know if that means anything to
Now that
anyone, but
Well,
a very
you
famous
know,
mezzo sopranos from your area of the world.
yeah,
In Sitka, yeah, Vivica Jeannot, her family, that's where she grew up.
that's
So,
lovely.
so maybe when it gets cold, you want to move fast. But right now, it's warmer, the sun is shining. Sigh and take your time. And so this takes time to figure out. You want to just do a few phrases with your accompaniment and see if you can do that? But take a better breath. Don't breathe. Okay? All right.
Yes. Okay.
and you can put your finger in front of your mouth if you want to, just to remind your jaw that it's not invited.
Great. Okay.
All right. Okay. So, Mina, there's the good thing. If you're running out of air, the brain will go, I need to take more air. And that means you're actually singing on your. That was absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. What did you
Thank
feel?
you.
What did you feel?
Um, I felt air. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I sometimes feel like the air is spinning around on the inside of my mouth, um, because I love food. It feels like a good old wet, juicy hamburger back in there. So-
But it is that speed of air and the sighing, and especially because you're singing a sighing song.
right.
So, but that took most of the fast vibrato away. And
Yes,
by
it
the
did.
way, the rest of that comes with age too and settling in. You're a junior in high school, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure we have the right year.
Yep.
So you've a beautiful, clear voice. Compliments to your teacher. Your teacher's keeping you
Bravo.
safe and excellent. But use your air, and if you need to, take 75 breaths. You're still young.
That's right. Learning how to sing a very long legato line is also not a temporary study. It's something that comes with years of study and years of experience, because you have to learn how to apportion it out. And if you try to do it very much at the beginning, you're going to make yourself tight. So,
Right, and I loved when somebody told me legato was harder than coloratura because I'm the worst coloratura singer on the planet. So I was so happy I could sing a long line. Anyway, Mina, good luck to you. That was
yes,
really
brava.
wonderful.
Stunning.
Thank you so much, guys.
Stunning.
Welcome, and thanks for smiling. It's a beautiful smile.
Beautiful, Mina. Thank you so much. Okay, Mayu, if you want to, and I probably did not pronounce your name correctly, please tell us how to pronounce your name. Forgive me.
Hello, my name is Mayu and I am 17 years old. I'm in my junior year of high school and I started singing 10 to 11 months ago, so it hasn't been that much. But yeah, I will be singing Love's Philosophy by Roger Quilter.
Where are you singing from, Mayu? Where?
I'm from San Jose, California.
Okay, great.
The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with the sweet emotion. Nothing in the world is single, all things by a law divine, in one another's being mingled. Why not I with thine, not I with thine? See the mountains kiss high heaven, and the waves cross one another. No sister flower be forgive if it is dearest brother. And the sunlight clasp the earth, and the moonbeams kiss the sea. What are these kissings worth, if thou kiss not
Very nice. Well done. Mark, would you like to begin?
I have to tell you, if you've only been studying 10 to 11 months, congratulations.
That's what I have to say as well.
Wow, I'm
Well,
really impressed. Your voice is very pure and very sweet. Your intonation is spot on. Spot on. And for a young singer, that is the hardest thing in the world to do, to learn actually where your voice is and I don't know how else to say this, make it match the pitch. Do you play an instrument as well?
no.
Oh, that I'm now even more impressed. So that's amazing to me. Absolutely
what
amazing.
made you decide you wanted to do this? Maya, what?
Actually, I was a figure skater before this. I also did track, but mainly figure skating. And then, after the lockdown, I couldn't go anywhere. And then I was like, why not sing? And then, like, I never thought I would like my voice, but I actually really enjoy singing. So then now I'm like really into it. Yeah.
Well,
Good
wow.
choice. Good choice.
Good
Good
choices,
choice.
right? We hope you keep that up. All right, Mark, sorry I interrupted you.
That's all right. I just think it's absolutely wonderful, and I think that you're spot on where you should be. There's one little teeny bad habit that I'd like you to get rid of, and that's when you inhale, I hear it. Okay? Now, this is a bad habit that we all do. Um, I'm just as guilty. Catch breaths, and that's that fast inhale that you're taking. It's really, really hard to learn how to do it without noise. Noiselessly is not a word, right?
That is a word.
Oh, it is a word? Okay, good. Without noise, noiselessly. So, but what happens is if you take your inhale like that and we can hear it, you actually are bringing your vocal folds together and then they have to relax again before you start singing. And I know it's instantaneous, but why take that much energy to do it? So if you can learn and you practice by panting, and I'm going in and out, in and out, in and out with making as little noise as I possibly can so I can learn how to take that really fast breath. Now, that also means that when you have time in your music, and with Love's Philosophy, there are a couple of places where you can just take the long breath through your nose and relax and let everything rehydrate itself. You do that whenever you can. But when you have to take a catch breath, If you can try to taking it without any kind of noise, you're going to find out that you actually get more air in, number one. Number two, your throat's not dry. And number three, you're not having to readjust down here before you do it. Jude, take it.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You're an athlete. You're a figure skater. You ran track. That's a different kind of breathing from singer breathing. And so athletes breathe shallowly here. Singers breathe lower. So has your teacher talked to you about the difference in breathing?
Well, they haven't talked about the difference in breathing. One of my vocal teachers said that I should focus on keeping the ribs open and then just the diaphragm would come in and out.
Well, okay. So do something for me. With your mouth like this, go like this, and make noise. This time I want you to make noise, okay? Okay, now try and open your sides and try and open your back and your belly all at the same time. Take a slow breath. You feel that?
I see it.
Okay, so that's the slow inhalation. Now, what Mark was talking about was the fast one. That one you can't do that because that's a compression that expands your lungs. So then for a fast breath, above your waist, you know where your waist is? No young woman knows where their waist is. They don't wear anything on their waist, but you happen to know. Okay, above your waist, put your hand on your stomach above your waist and pant. Can you feel that? That's where the catch breath goes. So if you go like this, Mayu, you're closing off your throat. But if you go fast, and right now I'm making noise because I want you to know where it is. If you can do it to there, can you try singing again and feel the blah 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 blah, whatever the words are? I don't remember the words. Okay, you want to try it again?
Okay.
I don't remember what the first pitch was. Sorry.
The fountains
Sorry.
ring.
Hang on, take a better breath to start.
The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with the sweet emotion.
What'd you feel?
I think the last one, when I was running out of air, I tried to take a bigger breath and then I made a lot of noise. But the
Oh,
ones before,
no.
I think they were good.
Actually, you didn't make a lot of
Actually, yeah, I was going to say you didn't make a lot of noise.
Okay, so it's more about where you're feeling the breath or feeling the opening to allow the breath than the noise part of it. Because if you breathe athlete breathing, my daughter always wants me to teach her to sing, and we never get past the breathing. She's also an athlete. She runs marathons. She has not 1 ounce of fat and all muscle. So every time I tell her to expand, she goes, "Mom, I'm breathing." And I'm going, "No, you're not. Nothing's moving. You got it this time." That is where it goes. And that's different if you were ice skating or if you were running. Can you feel the difference?
Yes, like when I'm exercising, it's all like up and down, up and down.
Yes.
And I feel like
Yes.
this one just in the core, like front, back.
Yeah, you have to think of your breath as being three-dimensional. It's all the way around. All the way around.
But the fast breath, only consider above your waist because you can't keep opening that much. You'll be working way too hard on a fast breath, on a catch breath. That was beautiful. Mark, continue
Absolutely
on.
beautiful. So then the other thing I want to talk about, since you're so early into things, have your teacher or you talked much about your high note passaggio area? Do you know what I'm talking about? That F sharp G place?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's an easy way to find it, because it's very difficult to sing the word sweet on a G, right? That you can peel the paint at 40 feet with that if you try to do it that way. So I like to tell everybody that the easiest way to find it is to look happy about sucking a lemon. So you're like, oh my God, that really is awful. Or RuPaul, your cheeks, and then sing sweet. It's more like an or an sound. Sweet emotion. Just try those two notes. So look happy about sucking a lemon and sing sweet emotion.
With a sweet
Good start. What'd you feel?
Oh, we've got 2 minutes. We got the 2-minute warning.
What'd
I
you
felt
feel?
like the sound came out more directly forward instead of like being stuck in backwards.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so that's where, so you're a soprano. Through the F sharp and the G, that's where your voice goes. But this is for you for later. When you get to the A flat and up, it's a different position and you want to lift. But that's for later.
Later.
Your teacher is doing an amazing job with you. Compliments to her and to you. I cannot believe you've only been singing for 11 months.
Yeah,
Plus,
me either.
that you have the courage to get up in a master class is that's amazing. So you
Having been a skater myself, that I gave up at the age of 13 because it got so expensive, I understand that skaters we do it. You know, we get out there, and if we fall, okay, we fall, whatever. So I understand that you're able to do it. I was a pair skater as a young kid. So many years ago, and a lot of weight ago. Anyway, it I understand where you have the courage to get up and do this, but I also applaud you on how stunning your voice is and how wonderfully you sang.
keep doing this. It's really wonderful. Good for you.
Thank you so much.
You're so
Thank you.
welcome. Wonderful.
Thank you, Mayu. That was beautiful, beautiful. And I think Mark has done everything. I mean, he won the CS music competition and he figure skates. He's just done it all, right?
Well, I haven't skated. I actually tried to get on a pair of skates 2 winters ago, and I was really shocked at how horrible I was. So I just let it go. My baby brother said, "Let's go skating," and I said, "Okay." And then I got on the skates, and I went, "No, too many years have passed. This is not a good thing."
Well, we won't test you, at least not right here, right now. So, okay, our last singer, Charlene, will you please introduce yourself?
Hi, oh, let me get this up a little bit. Hi, my name is Charlene Whittaker. I'm going to be performing Chanson Triste by Henry Duparc.
Charlene, just so you know, I don't know how to ask this, but you may have to actually turn your volume up a tiny bit. We can hardly hear you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you. And are you on original sound?
Now I am.
Good.
Thanks. Dans ton cœur d'or en clair de lune, oh de clair de lune, dit-il. Et pour fuir la vie opportune, je me noierai dans ta clarté. J'oublierai les de la passion
Lovely, just beautiful. So you have come to this a bit later. What did you do before
Come again?
to singing? I see that you.
So I'm actually from the Philippines. I moved to California when I was 21. Did not start my college journey until I was 24. So that's when I started singing. But I've always been singing, um, I guess, in my own space, trying to sound like Celine Dion or whoever's out there that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
but now you're training classically. And by the way, your French is pretty good. The composer is
oh, oh,
Henri. Okay. And most of it is good. You did a few N's in there and M's that you probably shouldn't, but that's okay. And what I also noticed is that you really understand what you're singing and you have great feeling for the song. Absolutely wonderful. You love this song.
it's a beautiful piece. I've started falling in love with classical music. It's why I decided to kind of shift from teaching to I'm like, no, I want to perform.
Well, good for you. And you have it in your soul to do this. So I think it's great. One of the things, and Mark can jump in whenever he wants, that I would like to work on with you is it's a little bit of what I said to the singer Mark at the beginning. I think you're listening a little bit while you're singing. And when you do that, the voice goes back just a little bit and it gets a little airy on the way out. So what happens is part goes back and part goes forward. So not that I want you to get as a mezzo, I don't want you to be singing like, "Meh," I don't want that, okay? But it has to be focused at the same time. So we breathe in because you're more advanced, you're a little bit older. So you have to breathe in the backspace, which you have, and then sing to your teeth, basically. So French language lends itself to kind of singing this way, to your teeth, okay? Would you mind starting? What's the first line? What a
Dans ton cœur d'or en clair de lune.
lune. So go from the U position. U. Dans ton clair, dans la clair de lune. Okay. And
There you are. A to
there
E.
you go. All right. So try that without listening, but feel the buzz at your teeth.
Dans ton
Okay.
cœur d'or.
So can you try it on an eval or try it on an uval? Ooh. You feel that you're making a lot of space back here when you sing? Do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little hollow, okay? As opposed to core of sound. Mark, do you want to jump
Yeah,
in?
let's try something to see if we can make this even out on its own so you can figure out what that is. I lovingly call this ragdoll. And what we're going to do is take the tension. You're going to still keep those sand sounds going. Ooh, and that's going to tell us if you're holding anything. So let's
Okay.
see. Try it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. What'd you feel?
Yeah, I see now what you're talking about with the space here. There was
You're
more.
not forcing it out
Mm-hmm.
Right.
here. Yeah.
That what Judy is trying to tell you is there's a difference between forcing it open and actually being open. Okay? Open is a relaxation. Forcing it open is tension, and that can cause that breathy, it's not hooty, but it's a breathy sound, okay? And it loses all of its wonderful color. And if you can find that, and then now try it the same thing, standing still, but trying to imitate what you just did. That's beautiful. Can we take it one step further and put it on a U umlaut? And see what happens. I think
Beautiful.
that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Can you put the words there? No, the words went back then. See, they went back here in your chin. So to go like this, just for the fun of it, just get your voice to go forward. We're giant wind instruments, and so what we do with our mouths and our vowels is like any other wind instrument. Did you ever play a wind instrument like a horn? Well, we use our embouchure. So our embouchure, our mouths, because if you sing back here, we don't hear that pretty spin on your voice, and it's beautiful when you do it. So go like that and see if that helps. Okay.
I ran out of breath.
You know what? That's always a good sign because it means you're singing on your air. By the way, I bet because you can't really hear it as well, you will think that that's not big enough.
It has been a bit of a challenge singing in a smaller room. I've tried to
Yes.
get in the room as much as I can, but there's still so much.
I know. Yeah, we get it. We've been doing this for over a
Yes.
year. Yeah. But buzz, spin, we want your vibrato to happen because that's what you're saying here. You're talking about how wonderful it is to be near this person, right? Okay.
So I would suggest that you use that. It actually worked the best. I don't know, Judy, was it the oo or the umlaut was the better?
Umlaut, I think,
I
was
think the I
better.
think the umlaut was better. I would actually practice your singing while you're thinking the words, but sing the umlaut all the way through the entire piece, just so your voice gets used to this. Because remember, you've got all this old muscle memory in there, and we have to do like the Italian car drivers do. They take the rear view mirror and they rip it off and throw it behind them because what's behind you doesn't matter,
Oh, Mark,
right?
God.
So you need to erase that tape and put the new place in there. And I hate using the word place because I don't believe you place a sound. I believe you set it up and you get out of the way. Okay? And that you umlaut is helping you set it up. And then I would literally through going the U, go dans un, try to find all of your words in there because remember that consonants can mess with you and you want to find where that spot is. Want to try it one more time?
Okay, and
Dans.
I'm going to make a suggestion because I know how soft this song is. I love this song.
I love this
I
song.
would like you to sing forte right now.
Forte.
Forte. Don't try and sing softly right now. Because in order to learn placement, again, that bad word, we don't ever talk about placement. You have to do it on a mezzo forte or forte. You can't do it on a soft. That's a color you add later. Okay? Much better.
Good, good. I would I would also suggest that you do what we told Mark to do about using the NG to help you know that that's an okay spot. Okay, it's not really in your nose; it's sort of in your cheekbones and behind your eyeballs. I have a loving phrase for it, but everybody gives me grief for saying this. It's in the snot spot.
Oh, God. Mark, they don't know us well enough for you to say that.
It feels
makes
like
a
it.
lot of sense. Sometimes
It,
when I
it
do NG exercises,
yes.
everything loose and
Yeah, for those of us who suffer from allergies, this is a place we know well. Um, and if you can learn how to resonate it in there, then things get a lot easier. And you're able to do to the music that you want to do. You're able to emote. So try it again. Absolutely.
That was so beautiful. Nowhere near where you were starting, which was way back here. That's actually what this song requires. It's not back here fills our ears. We are all guilty of this, every single one of us. We all want to darken our sounds to make it fuller back here. But then the core of sound doesn't carry to the fifth balcony at the Metropolitan Opera, right?
Right.
And I will tell you, this sound here also, I could tell that you were smack in the middle of every single pitch. And I also got your legato line because we could actually hear the air traveling from pitch to pitch to pitch. It was absolutely stunningly beautiful. And you did this in less than 10 minutes.
Thank
So
you.
that's astounding to me. And that's
Good
really
job.
incredible.
Keep up the good work. And when you love to sing as much as you do, clearly you should be doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know I'm playing catch up in terms of age, but I'm trying.
You know
Sweetheart,
what?
everybody has their own
Own
journey.
time. Yeah.
Okay, and it really doesn't matter in this day and age now, because if you have a burning desire to sing, you will sing. Nothing will stop you. So you follow that desire.
Will do.
Well done. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Charlene. That really was beautiful. If anybody has any questions, we would love to start taking some questions from anyone. You can put them in the chat, or you can raise your hand physically or virtually, whichever, digitally.
Oh, I think Mina, or no, rather, I'm sorry, not Mina. It was Mayu. Mayu has her hand up.
Go ahead. Yes.
Oh, I had a question about warming up and cooling down. Actually, cooling down. Um, is there like a certain way singers should cool down other than like maybe neck stretching or like going down the scale? I was just wondering.
Richard Tucker was a very famous singer of yore, even before my time, and he used to talk about warming down, but you can't do it the same day. It's not like stretching after a physical exercise. The next day, if you've been singing an opera or if you've been singing a recital or something, the very next day, just soothe your throat. Don't sing full out. Just do little baby warm ups. That's how you do it. The next day. The same day, go out, get dinner, enjoy, and then, because you at your age will not be singing enough to have to cool down, hopefully. Okay. But
And
that would be the next day.
I will also tell you that one of the things that Judy gave me was learning how to chew myself down. And this looks bizarre as all get out, but I still use it to this day. If I find myself getting tired in a performance, I literally will do circles with my tongue around my lips and chew it like this, so that I start. It makes me feel dirty. But anyway, that also helps me make things relax. And then I agree with Judy. The next day is the day that you go
Gently.
gently.
Gently. Yes, Mark.
I was wondering where you find your arpeggio, or like where you two find your arpeggio.
Um, for me, it's because I'm a guy. Arpeggio can be overdone because if you have to find the balance, but it's very very close to how a baby cries. Do you have a little baby you can watch?
I can go on YouTube.
Okay, well, okay. So defining your arpeggio, it's not a big emotion as we all think it is. It's very close to, you're crying. It's, oh my God, what did they do to me? But I would be gentle and say, don't use it as the full support. Does that make sense, Judy?
Yeah.
Because it's not everything. It's part of the package. It's not the whole package. There has to be that whole 360 idea of how you breathe and how you I hate the word support because it's a tight word, how you engage your body. Okay.
It
Um,
is, but and what I learned, and we who have sung in big houses like Mark and I've sung at the Metropolitan Opera, it's a resistance at the very beginning of your first note so that you haven't expelled all of your air on the first note. So
that's a much better explanation. Thank
you
you, Judy.
breathe in and you've expanded your rib cage and your back. And then instead of going, which is all of your air, and then you've got nothing but muscle to finish your line, you push out here on, well, either on your intercostals or on your abdomen, and you resist going in right away. And that's so I teach my students right away to push out a little bit because they can't just resist at the beginning. That sort of makes them choke. So it's just a resistance
And
at the
she
first
she
note.
taught she taught me, because I studied with her for 21 years. She taught me to push out and let go. Okay? Because as a boy, I'm going to push out and push you into the next state if I possibly can, because I overdo everything. So push, and you're big chested like I am. Push out, let go. And your body will, the coordination will take it.
Right.
So as you sing, your diaphragm will go up because you're expelling air. You don't have to force it. If you force it, you're gonna push on your throat.
Yeah, the ring and the speed of the air. So the ring in your voice and the speed of the air in your voice has to be the same. If the speed of the air is further along than the ring, your tone's going to be breathy. If the ring is further along than the speed of the air, your tone is going to be pushed. And that's what happens if you hit a poggio too hard, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So a little bit, so right at the very beginning, but don't push it all the way through.
Correct. Just
Right.
allow your diaphragm to do what it does. Don't force it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's when you're singing on your air. Fritz Wunderlich. I don't know why his name is coming up where you're concerned, Mark, but he's on my mind.
They've also, just so you know, they've released a bunch of new videos. The German TV has released a bunch of new videos of Fritz Wunderlich, of him singing live. Go watch him sing live. It's a voice lesson in itself. It's amazing. We have a question in the chat. Nick would like us to talk a little bit about the grad program.
Okay. Well, so you're, I assume, then an undergrad looking for a graduate program, Nick. We, I'm sorry, it just took me by surprise. I've got to collect my thoughts. It's a 2-year program where we invite everybody in to, and everyone performs in our grad program. We choose the repertoire based on the talent we have. It is a performance degree. And so then you would have to make sure you've had 3 languages, or you have to make them up, and that you have a level of music theory, or we give you an overview. And most of the classes for the grad program are seminars, and so it's discussions and paper writing and everything. But we're there to get you ready for the next step, which is to start auditioning for your professional life. And our whole raison d'etre, which means this is the way we roll, is to make sure you know about the health of your voice, so that when you've got 2 little vocal cords, and we care desperately about making sure you know how to sing, so that you don't abuse that in any way, so that when you get out of school, you can sing till you're 50, 60, 70 years old.
80, 80, please, 80. Um, I'm hoping
We
to
can
make.
walk at 80, Mark, let alone sing. Okay.
And Nick, I want to tell you that I have seen it happen over and over and over again. We have such a wonderful bunch of people on the voice faculty, including the coaches, that if you allow these people to help you get there and you're open to making the changes that they think you need to make, and you are still your own artist, but yet they tweak you, whether it be your diction or your acting or your movement or whatever. Time and time again, I have seen this little tiny school turn out gold. And if you let these people work with you and make the changes, including your teacher, and there are wonderful people on this faculty, I really feel that you stand a great chance of having a career.
I do recommend that you, because the relationship between the teacher and the student is so intimate and so important, that you take a trial lesson wherever you choose to go to school, because I think people should be upfront about the way they teach, and we are. And we pretty much give everyone their choice of teachers unless the teacher's full or can't or whatever. So and so again, we have performance classes, we have everything to get you ready to audition and do your graduate recital and also perform in the operas. I think I covered it, Mark. Did I cover it?
I believe so. Yeah.
It took me by surprise. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome.
Feel free. I believe, Mary, our emails are our, wow, that was my accent coming out. Are our emails available for them?
You know what? I'm not sure if we have them posted on our website, but
Well,
I
I'll
mean, they can
I'll
look
say
up
it real fast.
Roosevelt. Sorry,
I'll put them in the chat really fast.
perfect. That's great. Yeah, and if you, I think if you Google your names with Roosevelt, I think they come up that way as well.
Correct.
Um,
Our first initial last name. Yeah.
yeah,
So they're in the chat if you would like them, and we would love to hear from you all. Ask us questions. We're here to help.
You're absolutely free to email us at any time.
hey,
And you
Mark, I'm so sorry. Send those again. I think you might have private
Oh,
messaged
I did
them.
it. I'm sorry. I did to Gay because I know Gay. So Judy knows Gay too.
Try that again. Yeah. Sorry, Judy. Sorry to interrupt you.
There we go.
Oh, it's fine. We're all interrupting. Everyone's interrupting today because it's such a short time to have to get all of this out. We hope it's helpful, and we really care about your feelings and that you understand that we're singers, and we were where you are now starting. Master classes are hard at best, so we're on your side, basically.
Yes, that's beautiful. And you know what? Everybody did a beautiful job tonight. It
Oh,
was
gorgeous singing.
beautiful,
Gorgeous
beautiful. So,
singing. I am so impressed by the four of you. You know, I always keep wondering, what about the next generation? Are we going to be able to still have this career? Oh, yeah. You guys will take it and run with it. You have the ability. So don't ever lose your passion because
yes.
it will give you a wonderful life. I promise.
And the way you approached us today, the openness with which you approached us was really good because you weren't defensive. And that's, by the way, your whole career, you're going to have to be like that. So stay like that. That was a really excellent.
I will tell you very quickly what Gay was asking me was what was all this stuff behind me. And it's all the Scotty, I have Scottish Terriers, and it's all the Scotty memorabilia that my students have given me over the years. So that's what you're
That's so
seeing.
fun.
Well, you are in my den right now. I used to love my den until we went online, and now I am inundated with music, a keyboard, three computers.
Three
It
computers.
it's insane, and I'm wondering if my neighbors are going to have me just, come right down into their apartment with all the stuff that's in this room. Anyway, it was lovely to do this. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Judy. And it was lovely. I completely agree. And yes, I'm hopefully we'll see you before too long. And hopefully we'll see the rest of you participants in more classes tomorrow. So everyone have a good evening wherever you are. So thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Take
Mary.
care,
Thank
Thank you
everyone.
you.
so much. Okay, bye.